Pisces, what's on the horizon for you? I have some good news. There is a whirlpool cycle that you have been stuck in that has officially broke last night, but it's going to take a little time to get you out on the other side. But you are out of the rotation of the whirlpool. You are out of the small cycle of the fishbowl. You are out of the cycle of the Jaws pool. The current has swept you under, but somehow you were able to sustain the current and you came out a little roughed up, but you didn't come out broken. And it was one of them things where you keep going round and round and round and you can't come out the cycle because you ain't learned your lesson to come out of the cycle. So you kept getting stuck in the cycle. But if I have to be honest here, I have to tell you where this cycle came from. This is a Pisces curse, a Pisces generational curse going round and round, round in the whirlpool, round in the fishbowl, round in the Jaws tank, going round and round and round and round. But finally, the water has cut off. You're not going round and round anymore. You're stopping to catch your breath, and then when it's ready, you'll be rushed off, sucked off through going to the other side. Now, let me talk about this generational curse and where this comes from here. It's not your fault. You were born into this because of the type of heart that you have. But then again, it's your fault because you didn't react soon enough for getting yourself out, but you couldn't get yourself out because it was a generational curse. So some of you are about to break curses, evil things that go on down there in these oceans and, in these different types of bodies and waters, in these lakes and different. There's some ugly things down there, and you have traveled for so long. You were traveling and spinning straight out of the womb. You went straight into the ocean. There's this thing with you, right, where you have a lot of stamina. You're kind of built a little different than other signs, but you are a beauty and a curse at the same time, because as loving as you are on one side, if you're flipped over, if you flip the fish over on the other side, you just as dangerous. You a goldfish on one side and you a shark on the other side. You just as dangerous. But this stamina that you have, and where this curse is being broke here, this whirlpool curse is being broke here, is because you let people push you too far. And like I said, you ain't no joke. You ain't no punk at all. But it's just, you let people take you too far, where other signs would have cut that off a long time ago. But you go with that to keep the peace, or you go with that to keep from feeling guilty. But all of this guilty and all of this self-reflecting that other people have self-reflected on you has never been your problem. Like, for real, you like a dolphin in the water. Like, you a free spirit. You like to have fun. And that's why you were cursed, because you were free and other people couldn't get free. Other fish couldn't get free. So people have signed you up over and over and over again for things that you didn't even know you signed up for, or things that were supposed to be for a short term. You were supposed to help for a little while and end up turning into this whole lifetime movie. So this curse that's breaking amongst you is the type of curse where now you don't care about what somebody else got going on. If did nobody talk to you about nothing, and if you don't feel like doing that, then you not gonna do that, and people can feel how they feel about that and about you and about anything else that they want to feel about. Like, you've allowed yourself, or your heart has allowed you to be held up to other people's standards. And if you go back through your archives, if you go back and you pull your files, a lot of friends that you had or enemies that you had are all people that turned on you because they couldn't use you in some type of significant way. They couldn't use you for rides anymore. They couldn't try to embarrass you in front of other people no more. They couldn't tell you to do this and do that no more. They couldn't send you off these places, this and that. The people that you've already separated from, it was the main course about the separation was always about something that you didn't do or something that you wouldn't do. So you're going to get your freedom back, because that's what you have been missing. Like, you like to get in the water and showboat. You a dolphin for real. You like to get up in the water and turn flips and see me, see me. You like crackers put on top of your head and on your snout. Yeah, and you like to throw them back and catch them before they fall. You like to turn tricks in the water. And that's what people have been mad with you about, because you already had that go. You already had that sparkle. You already had that shine. But somehow, they found a way to get in there and stop that. Well, as of last night, the whirlpool stopped whirling. You're just catching your breath. And a lot of you, it's so to the point now that phones gonna be cut off. Ain't no knocks at the door gonna be answered. You don't give a daggum who it is or what it's about. You figuring out what's ever left. You better turn around and give it to yourself. That you better start doing you, regardless of how they feel, regardless of what they think about you. There is a generational curse that's being broken up off of you. I love you. Mwah.